Good morning, Year 2. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed planning your stories yesterday. I hope the sun was shining by you and you got to do lots of fun things with your family. So, for today's learning, I'm going to go through for you. I will do a separate video explaining who our champion of the spelling challenge was. So listen out for that, guys. So for your reading, again, it's that cheeky Ronald the Rhino and answering those questions all about him. Again, you might want to go back and reread the text to remind yourself of the questions, okay, of the text, so it makes it easier to answer the questions. Just a little tip, remember to look for the information in the writing. Lots of you sometimes forget that and you try and make the answer up yourself. It's already there, the work's already done for you, so just look really carefully for them clues. For your maths, I hope you all got on okay yesterday with a mix of problems. Remember, if there is a problem and you're struggling with one in particular or there's something you're not quite sure of, just drop us an email on year2@redbrocades.staffs.sch.uk. Today is a similar thing. You've got a mix of problems. So there's some shape on there, multiplication and division. There's that part whole model. So remember, when you've got a number like 37, what can we break that number into? So we can obviously do our tens and our units. 3 tens is 30 and 7 for the units. Think of different ways that you can do that. The idea with those questions is to find as many different ways as you can. And again, you know we love it when somebody comes to us and says, I found 10 different ways to find this. So see how many you can find. That's another challenge for you. I know you're loving these challenges. There's some word problems on there. And the thing I would like you to focus on the most is your shape. This is something that lots of you are finding really, really tricky. You know it. You knew it in year 1. Fell out of your heads with all that other super learning coming in. So what I would like you to do is just take some time with your family today. Have a little look around your house. What shapes can you find? Go on a shape hunt. Talk about the properties. So if you find a window that is rectangular, what can you tell me about a rectangle? How many sides does it have? How many corners does it have? Remember the language that we're using. Look for 3D and look for 2D as well. You might want to draw what you find on your hunt. You might want to take some pictures. You might want to do a little video. Here's me going on my shape hunt, and then you can send it to me and Mrs. Upton. We'd love to see that. But just try and do a little bit of an extra focus on the shape. There's lots of videos and games online. So have a little look on Top Marks. Have a little look on YouTube at some videos. I know there's a shape song that you've done with Mrs. Upton in school. Try and find that one. It's just a little bit of extra time to focus your mind on shape and remind yourself all about it. Okay? Right, so writing. Yesterday, you all planned your stories and hopefully all your ideas are on there. So the hard work's done. It's now picking up them ideas and putting them into your story. We don't want you to write the whole story today because that's a lot to do, and we want you to focus in on a little bit. So today I want you to write an exciting story opener. So 1 minute pause. Can you tell your grown-up what is a story opener? Can you give them a good example? Okay, hopefully you've explained to your grown-ups what a story opener is. The beginning of the story. It's something that gives us lots of information, makes it really exciting. It hooks that reader, doesn't it? It makes us look and go, oh, I want to read more. So it needs to be really, really interesting. I've written a story opener for my story. I'm sure yours will be a lot better than Mrs. Mulliner's because I did this very quickly. But some examples of what you might use: once upon a time, one stormy night, one sunny hot day. You can get that expanded noun phrase in there. This is mine for Kevin the koala bear. One sunny spring day, Kevin the koala bear decided decided to take a slow stroll through the beautiful rainforest. He packed his big green backpack, expanded noun phrase, and happily, that ly adverb, skipped through his front door. However, what he didn't realise was that it was going to turn into a rainy, stormy day, and he'd forgotten to take his useful umbrella. Okay, so as you can see, my story opener has got some description in there. It's got expanded noun phrases. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what it's got. Just listen back again and see if you can pick some bits out before I tell you. Okay, can you do that with a grown-up now, please? Okay, fab. So hopefully you found lots of things. Expanded noun phrase, adjectives, ly word in there. It had a full word, useful umbrella. And it's just told you a little bit about the story. So it's told you what Kevin's going to be doing, and it's told you where you're going. It's described that rainforest a little bit for you, hasn't it? And kind of giving you a little bit of clue to what the problem is. He's forgotten his useful umbrella. That's it. I've stopped there. Because the next part would be my middle. That's when my adventure starts and I've got to engage the reader a little bit more. All I want from you today